Hey everyone, sorry it's been a while and I apologize for how I look. For those of you who are new and don't know, I am a cancer survivor and I've had, you probably can't tell right now, or maybe you can, I'm not sure. I've had multiple biopsies, but I had cancer, a very aggressive form, and it reached my bone. Blah blah blah. I have some other videos. I'll try to put them up here somewhere, or maybe at the end of the video. But I'm having some problems with some of the scars and the muscles and stuff, so I'm having to do some stuff at night, and so that's why I look the way I do. But I wanted to come on first and tell you guys about. I'm sure I'm late on the draw with this. I know, and I apologize. There's been a lot going on, and I'll tell you that after I tell you this. Which, again, I'm sure you guys already know about. Omnipod has sent out an email. If you haven't gotten this email, you need to contact them, or if you haven't gotten anything in letter form, you need to contact them because they sent out another urgent medical device thing where they will, if you're currently using the Omnipod Dash, I think in the Omnipod 5, I'll place it in here in the video so you can see it, that they want you to acknowledge that you got it like they do with all of them. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But and then they will replace it for you, and if you no longer are using it, they will send you a box that you can just turn it back into them. I don't really know the gist of it. I read the email, but I didn't really see anything that made me understand that if I returned my old Omnipod Dash PDM that I'm not currently using, are they going to give me my money back for it, or are they just going to take it? And if they're not going to give me my money back for it, they can suck it because I'm not going to return it. But it has to do with the battery and all that's going on with it. So, I mean, if you're using the Omnipod 5 PDM, and I would definitely, or the Dash, I would definitely ask for them to replace it for sure. I actually have 3 of them, Omnipod Dash, that they had to replace because it wouldn't hold the charge at all. Like, if, and then one of them I couldn't get it to turn on or whatever. So I have 2 that work and one that don't. One that don't. That sounds so redneck, sorry. And one that doesn't, which probably I might turn that one in so that maybe they can refurbish it and fix it, and someone else can use it. Excuse me. So I might do that, but the other ones, no, they'll not get those back for sure. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know in case you haven't heard. It seems like every other week we're getting an urgent medical alert thing, a device alert from Omnipod. It's really ridiculous, and it's a problem that they had before the Omnipod 5s, but it still carries over to the Omnipod 5. So why wouldn't they work and fix that? That is just very frustrating, but I just thought I would come on and just let you guys know that in case you didn't. So I hope you guys are doing great. My son has been, I think my last video, I may have talked about it a little, but I think my last video was just showing me changing my Dexcom and putting it in my thigh. I currently have it in my arm now. I changed that today out. I actually was supposed to do it tomorrow, but for some reason, it does fine in my leg, but for some reason, I think it's where it was, and the fact that I think I'm a little dehydrated. I've been trying to take care of my son. He has been extremely sick. I'm not gonna lie when I tell you I thought we were gonna lose him. He was that sick. He had pneumonia, severe pneumonia in one lung. Then he seemed to get a little better about a week. Finally got him home, from where he lives and works and stuff. I mean, he was missing work, school. and got him home, and he is already a tall, skinny guy, and he had lost 6 pounds by the time I got him home. And he had started getting a little better. He was having like 105 fever. I couldn't get it down. We went back to the doctor, and everything, and he checked him out. And when he started to feel better, and he said, okay, you're starting to feel better. Your lungs sound better. Just wait a little while till you're not really running fever, blah 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 blah, because his fevers were getting to like 102, not 104, 105 again. Well, all of a sudden, y'all, it was just like, I mean, I can't explain it. I mean, he's had every test. He didn't have COVID, didn't have mono, didn't have the flu, but he would throw up. I mean, he could not. I could get him to drink water and any opportunity, and I would tell him, sip it, don't gulp it. That's how I was getting him to do it, and I was doing everything I could. I had Zofran here. I was giving it to him for nausea and vomiting, and I had the kind that dissolves in your mouth and everything, and then but he would just throw up, and then he wouldn't have to eat or even try to eat anything, and he would throw up, y'all, and it would be, I know this is disgusting, but this is my channel, so he would throw up, and it would just be mucus. I mean, and like so much mucus and everything. We finally went back. My doctor doesn't work on the weekends, but because Dawson's been so sick, I called him, and he says, let me see him. And he came in, and he said he has strep. Well, he had been tested for strep, and he didn't have it. And then we came in, again for the third time, and he said he just looked in his mouth and saw how red and swollen it was, and he goes, he has strep, and then changed. He was already off the antibiotic for the pneumonia, and then put him on another antibiotic for this. And y'all, it didn't get better. I mean, he only got worse. He actually dropped down. He's like 6'1", probably 153 pounds, and he lost 15 pounds. I mean, his fever shot up. He was having trouble breathing, so I was thinking, oh God, the pneumonia's back, and he couldn't swallow, and everything, he was throwing up. So I called my doctor again. I already was getting ready to go to the emergency room, and I told him, and he goes, all he said was, emergency room now. And I hung the phone up on him and headed straight to the emergency room, and got him in there. I mean, his fever was just skyrocketing, and he has severe tonsillitis. They said he doesn't have strep. They said he had pus pockets all over his throat, and you could look in there. He let me look, and my son's throat was almost completely closed off. They said if we hadn't brought him in, it was very possible that we could have lost him. And that's why I look the way I do. I look like living hell. Actually, I look like living death. But that's okay. As long as he is good, I'm good. But because he's getting better, you know how you hold all that in, and you're real strong, and then when you finally get some relief or light at the end of the tunnel, and I thank the good Lord for that. But then your body's just like, and just lets it all go. That's kind of how it's been. And I'm telling you, I look old. I don't think I've looked this old since. If you go back and look at my surgery videos, I look old and tired, and I am, and I'm all emotional, and my blood sugars had been doing really well up until a couple of days ago, but again, that's when he started getting, I could truly tell he was getting better. It was, he would get better, feel a little better, then he would start throwing up. I mean, was throwing up 5 and 6 times within 30 minutes. Anyway, long story short, too late. So he, when I finally could see the light at the end of the tunnel, that's when my blood sugars started actually messing up, is because I just kind of let go, and let my body feel what it wanted to, the stress, the anxiety, the panic, that kind of thing that I was holding in. And my blood sugars are definitely demonstrating that. I have had some 300s, but I've been able to get them down. I had to switch out my thing tonight because it wasn't working correctly, so just a day early, and um, things like that. And then I'm having, if you go back, I talk about family. I talk about my sister a little bit in some of my videos, and she is really weighing on me during this time. I'm worried about my son, and he's really, really sick, and she's really, really selfish. And I'm having to deal with her. And then finally tonight, sometimes you have to do this. Doesn't mean you don't love people. It just means um, my family comes first. And when I say my family, I mean my family here comes first. I love my friends, I love my extended family, but this family comes first and foremost, even before me and my needs. So, but, trying to be there for somebody else who doesn't want to help themselves, doesn't really even care that their nephew is really sick, and that, I can't handle it. It has to do, back again, you'll look at my videos, I talk about empaths and narcissists. I'm very much an empath, and she is very much a narcissist. And I very much love her. But I'm going to have to love her from afar for a while, because I'm starting to get real sick just from worrying about him, and constantly with her. It's never, we both had cancer. Yes, there were different types of cancers, both just as deadly and serious. And, and I will be completely disfigured where people can see me for the rest of my life. And I try my best to have a good attitude about it. I mean, but she does not have, I mean, you would never know she had, and I'm grateful for that now. I mean, I really am. But I'm just saying, it's really hard to stay upbeat when you're taking care of, and you're mentally and physically tired over here, and then you've got somebody that doesn't really even care that their own family member, extended family, is sick. It's just constantly about them, and that takes a toll on me as well. Now, y'all know me, I try to be upbeat, sarcastic, and things like that, so you can tell that I am beat down. I'm worn out, y'all. I mean, I'm grateful, but worn out. So, sorry. I don't like to do that. It's late and I'm up, but luckily my son's sweet little girlfriend, she came and she's spending the night tonight with him, and I mean, he's not running any fever anymore, so he's not contagious, but he's still real weak, and he's nowhere as near, and he's able to eat a little bit, and I said I knew the day, like a couple of days ago, that he was going to be okay, that God had him. And this is why, because my son is just as sarcastic, if not more, than me. And I told him, whenever I get down and stuff, I like to sing. I was just brought up, we sang. I know we were in pageants and we sang and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I sing the way I sound. Very country, southern, whatever. Alto. But I have a karaoke machine in here, full, get up, the mic stand, all that. I said, I'm feeling kind of tired, real down. I said, I think I'm gonna karaoke, to kind of give me a little pick me up. And that little turd looked at me and goes, well, then I'm gonna go get the gun then and shoot myself. That's when I knew he was getting better, and I ran over to him and I hugged him, and I told him, I said, I'm so glad I knew you were getting better. I said, you little turd. I said, you can kiss my Mississippi ham, which is my butt. I'm from Mississippi, and I call our butts Mississippi hams. And I said, yeah, you can kiss my Mississippi hams, what you can do. So I knew he felt better. He was feeling better. So that was a great day. Still a tiring day. So But I just feel gross. I mean, right now I look weird, but I just feel gross and old looking and just tired and worn out. And I just got my Christmas tree up tonight. I got a new Christmas tree because I was too tired to get the old one down because it's so heavy. And I just did not have the willpower. It's kind of one of those things, you know. And when you get like this affects your blood sugar. I tell y'all this, and the things I go through is because things like this really affect, you know, they affect everybody when you're upset or worried or irritated. But diabetics, I mean, it really does. And so we need to be, when you get like this, or you're sick, or somebody's sick, and you're taking, you've got to take a moment to, you've got to take care of yourself. It's hard to do. I've messed up a couple times, you know, and because I was too focused on my son or too focused on my sisters pissing and moaning, and um, you know, so I really had to turn it back around, you know, because I've done so well, I don't want to mess it up. And so, but I'm not going to beat myself up for it either. So, and that's another thing I want to tell y'all, don't beat yourself up when sometimes your blood sugars aren't right, you're under stress. When you realize it, then do something about it. You know, sometimes we don't realize it. We are in the moment. That moment may last a while, like almost a month. My kid has been sick almost a month. Um, and so it's just you don't beat yourself up. It'll be okay. You're not a quote unquote bad diabetic. You know, you're human, and you're dealing with a deadly disease that could kill you at any moment. I think you're doing pretty good. I've said it before, you know. Just take care of yourself. When you realize things are kind of going out of whack, that's when you need to take a moment, step back if you can. But you can always step back. You may not be able to step away, but you can step back and focus on you, because you can't take care of anybody if you're not taken care of, you know. And then that's what I had to do today. That's why I look like hammered. Oh, well, I didn't look too bad. Well, I did. I still look bad. I had makeup on. My hair was dead and in and done, and I still look like I had went 3 rounds with the devil himself, that bastard, and I think he won. The way I look. So, but anyway, I was just gonna come on and tell y'all about another Omnipod email that I got, and just give y'all an update and tell you I hope y'all are doing good. I hope you're safe out there. Nobody gets sick. I hope your blood sugars are great. If they're not, cut yourself some slack and just get back on it. You know. Remember, be kind to one another. Don't take life too seriously. Nobody ever makes it out alive. Laugh, be sarcastic, and as always, be the reason somebody gets drunk today. I will talk to you guys later. Bi.